Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Elaina. Привет! I'm your Russian American makeup and beauty addict. I usually review and do tutorials of usually affordable and expensive makeup from Walmart, drugstore, AliExpress, you name it. I'll test it on myself and I'll pass the savings to you guys. So in this video, I'm going to be reviewing for the second time the palette that was faulty in the first time around. If you've seen my video, if you haven't, I'm going to link it. And this is Bperfect Stacey Marie XL Pro Carnival palette. And we all know what it looks like. So this is the replacement they sent me. So we're going to see all the tea and all the shade and see how it performs. I mean, it performs clearly. So we shall see how this happens. I'm gonna do tutorials, swatches, the whole bit, and we're gonna go through all of the information. So if you guys are interested, then keep on watching. Don't forget to subscribe and ring notification bell down below so YouTube notifies you every time I upload. I upload 3 times a week on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and also go live stream on Sundays at noon Pacific time, 8 p.m. UK. So subscribe, like, and follow me on Instagram, Twitter. The social media links are in the description box. So let's get into this. So I got this palette initially a little bit like a while ago, a couple of months ago, I would say. It was on sale for £30, including the mascara and the primer. So all of that as a bundle was a great deal. So I ordered it, I received it. It took a little bit, but you know, they're in UK and I'm here in LA. So the first palette, the link is going to be up here, the card. And the first palette was a fail, I would say. I mean, I made it work, but a few shades were very tricky and they're very chalky and dry and not pigmented. And even on the eyelid, it didn't perform. The swatch didn't perform. I mean, it was a mess, let's be honest. So I sent them an email after my video. I mean, I did the video because I wanted to test. Send them an email and they said, "We're very sorry. Would you like to have a 30% off? You know, like a refund? Or would you like to send it back? We'll send you a new one." I mean, obviously, I wanted the palette that works well. So I said, "I'd like to have a replacement. Will you cover the shipping?" They said, "Yes, just ship it first. You know, show us the proof, you know, the tracking and everything." So I did exactly that. I sent it back. I gave them a tracking number. I gave them receipts from post office, receipts and deleted tweets. Anyway, so they got all information. It took a little bit. So once they received it, they refunded me the shipping immediately. So that was very quick and efficient. I'm very impressed with their customer service. They're real good, actually. I can't say anything about it. So I received the second one just like very recently, and there it is. We're going to be swatching this and doing this look. So hope it swatches better than the first one because clearly it works better on my eyelids. I mean, you can see that. It's a very, very pigmented, very bright look, and you'll see. I'm not going to tell you right away, but you can tell I'm happy. So let's get into the swatches. I'm going to point the camera down onto my arm and do it like in silent mode because otherwise it's going to take forever. So you can see how I swatch because it's a large palette. So I'm just going to go real quick and you'll see live swatches and then we're going to continue. Okay, so as you can see from the swatches, it swatches beautifully. Well, some tones are like, you have to like go over and over again, so it's like it's not the best. But the ones I had trouble with, the greens, especially the light green, what is it, Ecstasy, it swatches much better, as does the yellow. So it's powdery, so it's like this eyeshadow is all over the place now that I swatched it, but it does work. And another thing is very important. When I was watching the first one, you could actually see, I'm looking at it right now, and I don't see the same thing I saw in the first one. You could actually see in the surface of the mattes, it's like a grainy texture, and when you put your finger on them, it felt like a nail file almost, like, not as extreme, but you know what I mean, like a sand, almost felt like sandy texture. It was very odd, like a texture was very weird. This one doesn't feel like it, so this is like a huge improvement. So gotta be something really wrong, like seriously, it was something wrong with the other one, so clearly this one works. So thank you, Bperfect, thank you for doing your work, doing the job, and really working with me. The customer service is excellent. So yeah, so let's get into the tutorial and we'll do this look. But before we do it, let's do the Russian word of the day. So I was thinking to give my Teresa, my friend, my BFF, Teresa Malfern, a little Russian gift, since she's so obsessed with color green, and I'm wearing a lot of green in this look, and the earrings and the nails. So let me give you a green in Russian, just the word green. I mean, might as well. So as usual, I'm going to put the Russian spelling in Cyrillic up here, and the pronunciation phonetically below this. Again, just a little longer than the word in English green. Зеленый, зеленый. Kind of like I, kind of like similar sound. So зеленый. There you have it. Enjoy your green, Teresa. So let's get into this tutorial. Okay, the moment of truth. So I've got P. Louise base all over me, and we're gonna go. Alright, so I might not lift every time, but I'll try. So I'm gonna go into greens, the ones that are really problematic the first time around. So Ecstasy, the Hype, and the yellow is Keen. So we're gonna be working with 3 colors first. So going right into the Jessup brushes, my favorite brush, and this is 231. I'm going to clean it on a color switch because I just did this eye clearly. And I'm gonna go into the Ecstasy, the brightest green. We'll see. And get the mirror closer. I mean, the second time around, let's see. It better not, I mean, I already did it. Of course I know what it is, but you're gonna see it with me. And now we're taking the yellow. And I'm gonna take yellow on a fluffier brush, so it's easy to blend out. This is the same Jessup set, and this is a 227. I mean, it's kind of like a half flat, half rounded. I'm too close to the camera, I think, but oh well. Going to Keen. Wow, the yellow is pigmented. Like pigment in the house. I have to add that for the emphasis, you know. You know, I think if I ever had a merch, it would probably say eyeballs the house. It has to. It's 2 of my favorite things to say. Eyeballs and the house. So I would put eyeballs the house. Okay. So yeah, the pigmentation is like day and night. So I don't know how they got so many defective palettes, seemingly. So going back into green and melting them together, kind of smooshing them. Teresa smooshing. Teresa is probably enjoying this a lot because she likes green. And of course it has to be green. Well, first of all, I had to test this color, so... Okay, same brush, dipping into the darker green, the Hype. That's all the shades I already showed you when I lifted the palette. I ain't lifting it again. So try to deepen up the green, the light green a little bit. I mean, it's definitely there. Definitely. Much better than the first time around. It's still a little powdery, you know, the texture. I don't really like the formula of their eyeshadow. But it does have pigmentation. Having a little bit of patch here, but it might be just my eyelid got dry. Might have to put a little more base there. Alright, so now we're going, it's kind of an ombre from green to blue to purple. I mean, it's very dramatic, as usual. I mean, how could I not go dramatic? Ever. Like, it never would happen. Alright, so I don't remember which brush I used. Let me see. I think it's this one. I kind of mixed up everything I have here on the table. So this is a Profusion brush. It's just very tapered at the end, which I like. It has no name or number. Just a Profusion brush from a palette. True Profusion palette. So clean up a little bit because I'm not sure what it's covered with. So now I'm going to blues. So I'm going to go to a few blues and kind of like mix them all up together. So I'm going to go to Mood, the darkest. I'm going to go to the soft spot. And maybe a little bit of Make Waves, kind of create a soft blend. So I have a little bit of blue. It's just the blue is like really a little bit in the middle, just to blend the purple. So going to deeper blue first. I'll put it closer to the crease. Then I'm gonna go into lighter blue, it's the same brush immediately. And then Make Waves. Again, clean it on the color switch, and I'm going into the lightest, the soft spot. And now it's gonna dip into the Pillow Talk, the white. I mean, it's like almost white, just to soften up the edge here. So now I got the blend, so now all I have to do, go back to green and blend the green and the blue and all of that. I mean, it performs way better than the first one. I really struggled with the green in the first time around. Okay, taking a small adjustment brush, that's a Petite Eye Blender 223. It's really tiny. I'm gonna go into purple. Obviously I used it for someone else, but I kind of forgot the order of things already. I spent quite a bit of time in the other eye, so I don't remember. So now it's going to be purple. The color is Wasted. Lift. So Wasted, I'm gonna go with a little bit of Funky. No, not Funky. The Pep Talk. That's the Pepto-Bismol Talk, like I called it. And a little bit of Pillow Talk to softly blend it. So it's mostly like I wanted to make it purple, mostly not pink. So I'll put the purple right here next to the blue. So now it's easier to blend because purple and green, they don't like to blend together that well. So we go into purple, blue, and green. So the look I created with the Revolution, XX Revolution Extravaganza palette that everybody liked, that look, the purple and green. So I'm kind of reversing the order, green and purple. And I'm adding blue, so yeah. Alright, so now I'm going a little bit of Pep Talk on the same brush. Just very little, because I don't want it to emphasize the pink too much. But this pink is like, it's so pigmented. Wow, this pink is something else. Makes me want to use it more next time. Well, now I feel like doing looks with this palette because before, the first one was so problematic. But I gotta tell you, Bperfect handled it perfectly. Pun intended. Alright, so I'm gonna dip this into a color switch and then into the Pillow Talk, the light one, to kind of soften this up here. And of course, no look is complete without black, at least for me. So I'm going to show you. I mean, you don't need to see this, but it's Lights Out, this one. Oh, there it is. And I might add, I think I did add a little blue in a crease before, Mood. I have to keep looking at the other eye. I kind of done so many things with it, and I was watching Peter Mon videos as I was doing it. And I think I lost track of what I was doing because he was vlogging. I was watching his vlog about his MRI test results. And it was so interesting. If you guys don't know who Peter Mon is, you need to watch him. I mean, I'm not related to him in any way, shape, or form, but it's very entertaining. I watch his drama shows. Yeah, it's like shows. His drama videos and his review. And sometimes I watch vlogs. I'm not into vlogs that much because they're too long and I'm too impatient. But it's nice to watch when you're doing your makeup, especially if you invested in somebody. So you see I'm going like in a little bit, but not all the way. I'm kind of creating this on the angle, creating a soft blend. And very, very smoky outer corner. Very smoky. Keep on diving down. Let me get my mirror. Beast! This way I won't have to dive down. I like the other mirror I'm using with the lights, but it's a little low, like I have to bend to it. And when I bend to it, sometimes I get out of the picture, so I don't like that. So now I'm gonna lift up instead. So yeah, building the black, so now that harsh edge, I'm gonna go back into the dark green, the first dark green hype. So I'm gonna get that and we're gonna blend it out. So you see all of the shades blend really nicely, even the black. I mean, it takes a little work, but every black takes a little work. I went a little bit in nuke, like a kind of sea green, a little bit, because it's like it gives you a little better blend here. I like the variety of shades here. There's so many different shades of green and blue. It's like it has everything. Okay, so I've done a little more blending off camera and I cut my crease with Belize base, wiped it off first with a Q-tip and micellar water. And now we got shimmers, because I have not used shimmers. I didn't even use them the first time around because the mattes were so bad, so I didn't want to touch the shimmers. So I'm like, don't care about it. I mean, I had to return it, right? So now I'm going for like 3 of them because I want to test everything. I want to go into everything I can. So this one, I had to use it, back chat. It's so pretty. And then I mix the peppermint and end up with a little bit of fortune. So I'm kind of gonna mix these two together a little bit. So I create the ombre because I like the back chat, but it's a little too deep, and I want to bring a little lightness in the inner corner. So I'm gonna go with the light first, and then go into gold, and that peppermint. I kind of go in between them, tap together to create more of a greenish color. Alright, flip the brush, and on the other side I'm gonna go with the packed chat, and that color is freaking stunning. So now to fix that middle part, so I'm gonna flip it again and go into the peppermint and just gonna blend. So I went ahead of camera and I put Colourpop in the waterline. This is a gel liner in the shade Prince. It's real blue. It goes with a low lash line. I wanted to add more color, of course. I mean, we're living for color on this channel. If you are here first time and you're shocked by what you see, you might be shocked all the time. Because we love color looks here. I mean, this is not like you're going to office work looks. It's mostly for fun, you know, it's just artistry. I mean, makeup is fun. I'm just adding a little black here. Makeup is supposed to be fun. You don't have to be, oh my god, I wouldn't wear it. I mean, of course, it's not an everyday wear look, so I'm just going on the rant or something. I don't know what's going on. So I'm going back to that small brush they use for black. I cleaned it off already on a color switch, and we're gonna go for the blues. I'm not gonna lift the palette because I'm gonna use the same blues I used in here. So I'm gonna go with the darkest, the mood. Oh, I need to lift my head. It's one of those cases. I do a low lash line. When I dip my head, you can't see. The thing is, this palette has a lot of fallout, like a lot. It's very, very, very dry formula. So if you don't like this kind of thing, you might not like this palette. I'm still kind of I like it. It's so pigmented, but it's so dry. I like when the palette's a little more of a, what do you call it, not moist, but you know what, creamy. Creamy, the right word would be creamy. Alright, so I'm going into the make waves. I'm going to blend this out with soft spot. So just a little bit below. Of course, this is all going to be cleaned up and blended out. So what happens when I do skin makeup? I'm going to do my base. And then, you know, of course, it's going to be a harsh line. I'm going to use a little bit of the same brush and blend it at the end. So this is all going to come together. But I like to complete my low lash line first, because afterwards it might be a little bit messy, because like we're trying to avoid fallout, so I don't like to create more fallout. Okay, I also got to highlight my brow bone, because this is another important step that we're testing, because the first palette, the, what do you call it, Pink Me, that shade was completely non-existent. There was no pigmentation, no payoff. It was awful. Let's just be honest. So Pink Me is right here. And that's supposed to be a shimmer. So it's like a subtle shimmer, but it's a shimmer. So I'm going to go kind of a flat brush, skinny brush, because I just want to slightly highlight it. I've got a lot going on here already, so I don't want to make too much of a mess there. So going in, and now we're going to see. Well, definitely see it. I mean, it's not the shiniest color ever. Like the first one was completely awful. I mean, it was awful, let's be honest. But this one has payoff. It's not, like I said, it's not the shiniest ever, but it has payoff. So I'm gonna go with a little Pillow Talk and yellow mixed together. Just like blend it out here. But yeah, oh yeah, that's a much improvement, a lot of improvement here. Alright, much better. So now I'm gonna go with the Handain. This is Care Beauty. Care Beauty and Magic. So it's a little old, but it still works, and I love this glitter. So I'm gonna go with a real small brush. Where do you go? I'm going to go on a real small brush. And we're gonna create a line of green and the other color. So here. Okay, makeup is done, and mascara is Little Lashes, eyeliner is Anastasia, ABH, and the lashes are just lashes from Walmart, Salon Perfect. So I'm taking a small brush, I'm dipping into the Fair Play, the highlighter shade, and we're going to inner corner highlight. I didn't even wet the brush, it's just as is. It's extremely pigmented. And wow, 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 wow. This really works well. So let's try the highlighter. This is a clean Jessup highlighting brush, and I'm going to go into both, I think. So this one went into my inner corner. So I'm gonna mix these two together, because the first time around I tried this, it was a little bit too dark. It gave me a little cast. So I'm going to mix this, going between the two. And we're going to highlight. So I got all of my face makeup on except for the highlighter. So I got Focallure foundation, Focallure concealer. Kind of haven't reached for those in a while. And I got contour and bronzer from a new BoxyCharm. Ooh, look at that. This is very pigmented. Wow. I love the texture too. It's not, you see, I'm just looking in the mirror. It doesn't give me a lot of texture. It's a nice highlighter. I like it quite a lot. You have to be careful with the second color down the row. So probably better for the deeper skin tones. Because for, I wouldn't say I'm light fair, but it's like a little way dark for me. Gives you a little bit of a gray cast, I would say. I've got Maybelline lipstick on, matte ink, 2 colors just to do ombre. And then I put Profusion lip gloss over. Haven't done the real glossy lip in a while. Seems like I always go for matte lately. So I wanted to add a little gloss. Yeah, the highlighter gives you a little cast. Like, I don't know if you can see it, but I see a little gray. So I'm not sure if it's the light one or it's a dark one, or maybe it's a combination of both. So this is a finished look, and I got some Walmart earrings. I have this huge hoops I just bought, but I really wanted to put something real neon to go with the green, so it's like even goes with my nails a little bit. So I got purple top, green earrings. I like color coordinate without even thinking. So got a little jewels. I kind of wanted to like put out a look together in color combination that I like. Purple and green. So yeah, I really like this dramatic look. It's very dramatic. The blue is really deep, the green is really pigmented. Everything is pigmented and worked well. I mean, the second time around, it's a big yes for me. So the Bperfect Cosmetics XL Pro Carnival palette is Elaina Glam approved. As if they care. Anyway, yeah. So I commend their customer service for a quick turnaround. The way quickly refunded me the shipping fees, and they took the first pallet. I mean, I had to send it back, but it was completely free of charge. I did not pay for shipping. I mean, I did, but you know, they refunded me. So that was great, and they're very honest. They did it very quickly, very efficiently. They sent back the pallet immediately. So it was very quick turnaround. Actually, it just took me a while to get to the filming and the shipping and everything, but overall it's a positive experience. But I just wish like the quality was better in the first place, you know, because it's kind of like weird that there's so many faulty palettes lying around. Overall, I think the formula is a little dry for me. I mean, it's very pigmented, it's very beautiful, but it takes kind of a little bit of getting used to, because I'm used to more of a creamy eyeshadows, you know, different formulas. Something is like very different about this palette, but overall I'm very happy, and I can't wait to play more with like pinks, and there's bright reds here. I'm just looking down, I'm like can't wait. So they're really yummy. So now I'm thinking well, maybe I want the new one, the Tahiti. What is it called? Tahiti? Yeah. So I don't know. Now I'm excited about the next one, because before I was like, I don't know about this. I need to test this Bperfect second XL. I mean, what am I saying? Anyway, so let me know what you guys think. Let me do like a sexy pose the way Missy does. What am I shoving my fingers down my pie hole all the way down in? No. Oh, alright, that was not a try. Be done with that. Anyway. So let me know what you guys think, how your palette performs. Did you have to exchange it? Because I heard a lot of people went through this. So let me know again, comment below, subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. Upload 3 times a week on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays at 9 AM Pacific time. I also go live every Sunday at noon Pacific time, which is 8 PM in UK, across the pond where a lot of my friends live. So we have a party, we make fun of each other. I mean, they make fun of me, and we fight the trolls, which is the best thing ever. So if you want to have fun, come over, hang out with me, 8 PM UK, 12 PM Pacific time. It's a live stream, people. So comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video, and thank you for watching. Love you. Bye.